guys, welcome back to another video. In my previous video we did draft and cut out this pieces. This is the skirt part and this is the top part. If you have not seen that video of how to draft these patterns, you should check it out. I'll be putting it up somewhere here and I'll also be leaving the link to it in the description box, so you should check out the drafting video. But right now I'm trying to put the pieces together so that it's easier to understand. So here we have the yoke piece of the front part, the back part, and also the yoke piece of that part. We also have the sleeve part of this pattern, and that is all the pieces we did cut. For the sewing, we'll be starting with the front top piece, and first of all we'll be marking out that point of the under bust because that's where our padding is going to start. After marking out those points, I went ahead to iron on the padding on these pieces like so, as you can see. After ironing it, this is what I have. I curved it to the shape I want and I started placing it together. When I want to place it together before sewing, I make sure that the down part of these pieces is together. It has always worked for me. Any excess that is coming out should come out on top and I'll be trimming it out. It's better that way. So I went ahead to pin it down and I'll be going on to my machine to stitch about half an inch. After stitching down the half an inch, I went ahead to use my bust ball to iron open the seams of the buster area. Using a bust ball is very important so that you'll be getting the cuffs open. After opening up the seams, this is what I have. I'm going to go ahead to work on the yoke of the front piece, and this is the yoke that we did cut out. First of all, I'll be trimming out the excesses from the top of this front piece. So after trimming out these excesses, trust me, it's not going to affect anything. After trimming out these excesses, I'm going to be placing my yoke directly at the middle of the sweetheart point and I'll be pinning it down. Then I'll be pinning down the yoke to fit the top of the neckline of this sweetheart bustier. I'll just be placing it and pinning it, and after doing that, I will be stitching along that neckline with about half an inch and I'll be flipping it over. So I'm going to take it to my machine and stitch. After stitching it, this is what I have. I went ahead to stitch the lining of the pieces the same way I did with the fabric, and I'll be placing it over in the sandwich method, putting the lace in between the fabric and the lace front side facing each other, and I will be starting from the middle. So from the middle I will be pinning down the lining to the main fabric like so, and I'm going to be stitching through it with about half an inch just on that line with which I used to join the lacing. I'll be starting from the middle, going to each side of it, and I'll be flipping that over. After stitching on the lining, this is what I have. I went ahead to trim out the excesses and notch that point so that it's relaxed and flat enough, and flipping it over, this is what I have. Okay, the next thing I will be doing is to stitch the shaping side of this front piece to the lining like so, and that will be all for the front piece. Now we're going to be working on the back piece, and I went ahead to iron my stitch to the fabric so that it will give it a little bit of structure. So I'll be checking out the dart for the back piece for both the main fabric and the lining. After taking out the dart of the back pieces, this is what I have for the lining and this is what I have for the main piece. The next thing I'll be doing is to be joining the yoke of the back piece, but before I do that, I'll be joining the yoke of this back piece first to the front piece. I'm literally just going to be placing the yoke of this back piece shoulder of the front piece, and I'll be joining the shoulder with about half an inch. After joining the shoulders, I'm also going to go ahead and use this fabric that I ironed to look like a bias to pipe the neck of the dress, and after doing that, this is what I have. Now it's time to join the yoke to the back. So the next thing I'll be doing is that I'll be placing the back piece over and the lining under. So I'm going to be placing it like sandwich. I'll be using the sandwich method. Remember that point that we notched for the zipper, we are going to be avoiding it. So I'm going to be placing the yoke of the back piece and I'll be pinning it down. And after pinning it down, the next thing I'll be doing is to place the lining of the back pieces over like so, making sure that the yoke is in between the lining and the main fabric like so. And I'll be taking that to my machine and I'll be stitching about half an inch to join it, and when I flip it over, this is what it's going to be looking like. I'll also be stitching the zipper area and the shaping area. I'll be doing that for the two parts of the back piece, and after joining it, this is what I have. See how neat and nice it's coming out. I'm going to be keeping that aside, and the next thing I'll be working on is the skirt part of this dress. It's pretty much simple. All you have to do is to identify the lining, and I went ahead to identify my lining and my fabric, and this is the lining for the front piece. So I placed, remember the point that we notched when we were drafting the skirt piece? If you have not seen that video, please check out the description box for the link to the video and go and see it so you can understand this one better. But this is the front piece. So I'm going to open up my front piece like so. Yeah. I'm going to open up the front piece like so, and from this notch point, that's where we are supposed to use to turn over so that there is no threading showing in front. So I'm going to be placing it on my lining like so, the tip of the front piece on my lining, and I will be stitching it with about half an inch. And after stitching, I'm going to go ahead to open it up and top stitch towards the lining area. And after doing that, this is what I have. I have just one long piece, and this is the point where I top stitched. I have just one long piece. So the next thing I will be doing is to flip the lining over the fabric, front side facing each other, identifying their point where I notched. I'm going to take this to my sewing machine, and I'll be stitching along the shaping side of this skirt piece with about half an inch, and I'll be leaving out the waist side. I'll be doing the same thing I did for the front for the two back piece, and after doing that, this is what I have. I went ahead to take out my dart off camera, so you should also take out your dart. So I went ahead to take out my dart, and this is what I have for the front piece. This is what I have for the back piece. Now I'll be joining my skirt piece to my top piece. So I'm going to be placing the skirt appropriately, and I'll be adding my zipper to the back piece. After that, I will be joining the sleeves of this dress, and after joining the skirt piece to the top piece, joining my zipper and the sleeve, this is what I have. You can see that the zipper is so fitted and nice. Make sure you take out all the zipper allowance you added when you were cutting, and this is the Bustier area. See how nice it is. Hope this tutorial was able to help you. If it did, let me know in the comment section. Like, share and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to iron out your dresses before packaging them and sending them out. Bye.